Hey, kids. So apparently, I don't know how to do things the easy way, Michelle, because that was like stupid easy. I was like putting in stream keys and like doing all the things, and yeah. So, needless to say, silly me. Hi, Rachel. How are you? Welcome. We are testing out a lovely Christmas present that I got. Let me move this again. That is all that matters. Yes. So this is the Christmas present that I didn't get finished. So we're going to sit and finish it today. Hey, Don Marie, welcome. Or we're going to attempt to get it finished today. So um, I've got my 3 containers. I've got the wax, all the things. So I use the tray. So did everybody have a good Christmas? Let's start there. Pippa's event was fantastic, I thought. I didn't get to go to everybody's. Hey, Allie. Um, I didn't get to go to everybody's lives or your premieres or anything like that. I'm excited that I can go live as well. So now the problem is mayhem, because there's always a problem. We have to figure out when I can go live on a regular basis because everything's pretty crowded. And since I'm at work a lot of times, gotta work for that money. Oh, that's good, Rajul. Yeah, so my best friends, who I've talked about you guys, of course, knocked it out of the ballpark and got me a computer, even though I had the money to get a computer. Um, so we are testing today to see. I think the picture is really good. Hi, Odd but Nice, welcome. Um, I think the picture of the color is really good. I really am very happy with it. It took me some finagling, and I had to phone a friend to figure it out because I was trying to like go through OBS and do all the things and have the extra stuff on the computer, like it was gonna have my logo in the bottom and it was gonna have like the picture of what I'm working on up in the top corner. And I was told to stop being extra and just go live. Oh, thank you, Allie. Yeah, I'm pretty chuffed about it. I don't know if you guys have bought a computer anytime recently, but I don't speak computer. I don't really know a lot about them, like as far as what's good for, different types of things. And so I was doing all this research and I was just getting really overwhelmed. Um, so honestly, I'm kind of glad that somebody else did the work of getting one for me because I was just like, well, maybe I want this one or maybe I want that one or whatever. Hi, Mystical, welcome. So yeah, I don't know. And you know what I didn't get, guys? BRB. Let me get my iPad. That would help a lot. Sorry about that. So my Secret Santa at work actually got me a LightPad carrier. It's got this lovely pocket on the front. It's felt. It's on Amazon. Hey Tia, how you doing, girl? Thank you, thank you, thank you for my pen. I got it the other day, and it has just been so crazy. It was just go, go, go. And so I haven't had a chance to message you yet, but I do appreciate it very much. I love the shape of it. The shape of it is going to be fantastic. It's really comfortable to hold. Oh, that's not fun, Allie. The eyes dilating thing is one of the things I hate the most about going to the eye doctor. And because my maternal grandmother had cataracts, now hers was caused by diabetes, but because she had cataracts, they have to check me every single year. So it's super annoying. I hate that part of the visit. Oh, that's nice. Let's see what it does to the video. Oh, not bad. Okay. Hey, you guys, we're going to take it. Gonna take it. Anyhow, okay. Where they don't dilate. Yeah, I heard that there was some new one, but I go in and, like, honestly, the first eye I do okay. And then the second eye is always a struggle because I know that puff is coming. Oh, that puff thing that they do. You know what I'm talking about? Anybody? No? And welcome back from your sister's odd. How was it? I did see your comments. They don't do the puff anymore, really, because the last time I went, they did the puff. Yeah, it's the eye pressure. Maybe you're not old enough for the puff yet, Allie. Because I think that's an older, more mature age thing. Yeah, I got the puff last time. I do really well on the first eye that they do, and then the second eye, I'm like, I keep blinking, and then they get all upset with me because, instinct, guys. It's instinct. Okay. So, hi, Amber. Welcome to the channel. So for those of you that are wondering about your placers, I've got a 15 placer on this end. I've got a 6 placer on this end, and this is just a clear, I think it's a Diamond Dots pen, actually. It's like maybe the first pen I ever got. The secret, well, not one of the secrets. First of all, the secret to doing these is just practicing. But what you want to do, so I only need 5 on there. The idea is you have to roll it. So when you go to put it down, I kind of tilt mine up like this, and then you kind of roll it down, and it will fit in one of those squares. So whatever this one is here, line that last drill up with your circle, and then as you roll, it should line up perfectly with your circles. I hope that makes sense. So we have lots of news. So the first piece of news, those of you that you guys, some of you know that I had gotten a bonus at work that I wasn't expecting, and I was going to get a computer. Well, now I don't have to buy a computer because my best friend got me one for Christmas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a craft area in my little breakfast nook. I don't have a full dining room in my apartment, but I have a little nook. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be creating a craft area. And so that's hopefully going to happen this weekend if I can find the bookshelves and things that I need to be able to do that. I will film it so everybody can see. And then that's going to come with some lighting, which I was already working on because my apartment faces, most of the windows in my apartment, let's say, face the north and the east. So after about 11 o'clock in the morning, I don't get any direct sunlight in my apartment. It's all ambient light. And that makes it very hard to film in good lighting. So I have lighting issues a lot. A lot of my videos I know are dark. And so I've got to, hold on, guys, I'm not watching your comments. I know I have to work on that. So the new lighting area will allow me to have an overhead lighting rig, and I'll be able to film overhead videos. So if you didn't get to see that tutorial just now on the multi-placers, I will go back and do it again if you would like me to, once I get all of that set up. So we're going to have a little crafting journey. Okay, so let me go back here. I'm sorry, guys. A lot of wine was drank, yes. she made sangria, and it was, I don't like red wines, and so it was not my thing, but they had a little bit of it. We're drinking Coke out of the Texas Tech mug. You know, Texas Tech basketball, apparently, not football. I don't use multi-placers. They hate me every time I try it. It doesn't work for me. Yeah, that's kind of how it was at first for me, Allie, and I just kept doing it, and so I finally figured it out. These are not Elizabeth Ward containers, Allie. These are a combination of two different ones. So the containers, the square containers, rectangles, whatever you want to call them, came from Dollar Tree. They're the Sterilite brand, so they're nice and sturdy. And these little containers came from Dollar Tree as well. They come in a set of 3, and they're over in the Bath and Body section, and they're actually like travel containers. So if you go out of town and you want to put like cream or something in here, I think they're 1 full ounce, and they'll hold like 17 or 18 bags of 200 drills. And then these came off of Walmart, or no, Amazon. I got a set of, I think, 24 of them for about $16. So you can buy those in a set, and they're just really nice size. They're good medium size. They've got a nice, tight lid on them. And so those are the containers I'm using. I did get from my diamond painting Secret Santa, I did get another Elizabeth Ward container. I was so freaking excited. Doris, thank you so, so much. I will do a video on that as well. Because mine came on, was it last Friday, I believe? I think it came last Friday, so I haven't had time to get all of this stuff done, you guys. I was like racing the last few days to try to get all these. Do I have it in top chat or live chat? It's completely possible. No, I'm in live chat. I'm just missing comments. Hi, dearly. Welcome. What's you doing, girl? Hey, hey, hey. No, so yeah, it takes me a minute because I haven't done a live in a couple of months now. It'll take me a minute to kind of get back into the flow of things, Amber. And I keep wanting to call you Ashley, but I know that's not your name. Dearly just finished eating. What'd you have for dinner? Was it another salad, Dearly? Yeah, so that is the first really cool announcement. I'm pretty excited about it. So the idea is kind of like what my best friend has done here. I'm in her craft area right now. I'm still up at her house. So basically what she did is I think she got 4 or 6 of the 3-shelf bookshelves, and, kind of put them in a rectangle formation. And then she got some MDF at, hey, Pippa, welcome. How are you even awake right now? Ham and mashed taters. That sounds fantastic. We have ham. I think we're going to probably have hot ham and cheese sandwiches. Oh, dearly. Odd but nice said hi to you. Anyway, so she took the bookshelves and she lined them up next to each other, kind of in a rectangle shape. And then she bought a piece of large MDF and just laid it over the top. MDF is manufactured wood, for those of you that don't know. It's like compressed wood. And I think it's 3/4 of an inch thick. And so it literally just sits on the top of the bookshelf. So I would like to do the same thing. Now, obviously, I don't have this room that she has. So when I do my craft area, it will be probably only about 4 to 5 foot wide. It'll be more like a desk size, but I have to make sure that it's, wide enough that I can get my easel in there. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, guys, for those of you some of you may have seen me go live several times today. I apologize. Like I said, I was trying to test the computer out, and I was trying to make it work with the OBS software, and I was just having a lot of buggy issues today getting the new computer set up to work with the software, to work with YouTube. It was not, everything's kind of cranky today, I think. So I apologize if you were in one of the other lives and said hi and I didn't say anything back. Because I think I went through like 3 or 4 times and was trying to get it to all work together and I just couldn't make it work. So, yeah. Anyhow, so if you went to one of those, yeah. But that's the plan for the craft area. And then I would like to get a couple of shelves or bookshelves or something to kind of go on the top of it. So I have plenty of storage. And that will actually move me away because right now I sit right next to the sliding glass door, which is hot in the winter or hot in the summer and cold in the winter. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Let's see, who did I miss? Hi, Diamond Painting Dreamer. Welcome. Oh, yeah. Pippa, you did such a good job. Girl, I was like, I don't know if she knows how much work that's going to be. But you did an amazing job with it, especially as your first go round. I think everything went really smoothly. I was really proud of how many people stepped up to participate. Even, when people had to pull out or whatever, you had somebody else in there to go. So, really great, great, great job. Oh, that's really cool, Diamond Painting Dreamer. She says, I want a gift card from a creator today. That's so fun. Yeah, I didn't get to make a whole lot of them. Hey, sister. I just, did what I was able to do. Came in. There were some that I came in and I didn't say anything. I just lurked. But there were a couple. Somebody went live last night and I just lurked. Did you do all of them, Tia? Like all of them, like you do for DPathon? Because I know you're really bad about that. Yeah, for those of the new ones that don't know, Tammy is my in real life big sister, and she just completed her first diamond painting. It took me a year to get her to do one. She finally completed it, and she is now addicted. Yay! We have another convert, and she'll be up here in a few weeks. So I'm hoping to get her to sit down. Maybe we'll do like a sisters tag or something along those lines. But we got a diamond paint together because her diamond painting Christmas present that she already knows about, so no spoilers, is sitting in my living room floor at the moment. I knew she would get addicted. She just like had to take care of some like real life things first. Her youngest graduated high school this year. She has her first grandbaby. Miss Mia was born in September. So yeah, she's had a big year. It's been quite a year. And then her middle daughter, Cheyenne, is going to be studying abroad in Scotland next semester. So they will be up here in a few weeks because she will be flying out of Dallas, which is where I live. So she'll fly out of here, and yeah, she'll be gone, I think, 5 or 6 months. Hey, Sarah, how are you doing, hon? Yeah, so it's been a big year. 2019's been a big year for sister. So, but now we've got her. We've got her hooked, you guys. I did not ever receive my Crashly pin. I don't know kind of what happened there. But no, I have not received that one. Odd. Yeah, so we're gonna do all that. I got some amazing Harry Potter stuff from a friend of mine for Christmas as well. And I'm gonna have to rearrange everything to make sure it all fits. So I got lots and lots of Harry stuff this year. I did get the new advent calendar. Hey, Mindy, welcome. We are just chit-chatting. I am finishing this Christmas present that should have been done already. And just chit-chatting about how our Christmases went and my plans going into the new year and all of that kind of fun stuff. How was your Christmas? Everybody saying hi. Okay, and you know what, guys? I'm going to get on my soapbox for a second. And Mayhem can tell me to shut up if I go too far. Is it just me or is it a pet peeve when you come into a live and people don't say hi to you? Is that just me? Because I feel like that's rude. I feel like the people that are in the live should welcome in the person that comes in. I don't know. I've just noticed that more and more lately. And like, I don't want to be offended. Everybody's got to be offended about everything. It takes a lot of energy to be offended. But yeah. So, and then I come in, but on the other hand, I come in sometimes, like I did one of the lives yesterday, and like 7 or 8 people said hi, and I couldn't even like keep up like with who all had said hi. And I know I missed people, and then I feel bad because I've missed somebody. It's kind of like a catch-22. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's my issues that I need to unpack. But what do you guys think? Yeah, Dearly says I'm like a puppy trying to say hi to everyone on their way in. Rajul saying hello, everyone. Yeah, it's nice, but sometimes you might miss people. You're right, Mindy. Allie's very good at saying hi. You're completely correct. Mindy had a blast for her Christmas. Dearly says I'm so excited to see your Tin Soldier completed, so I can look forward to doing mine. I'm not doing this one again. Sorry, Dearly. I love you and everything, and I have enjoyed this one. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with this one. I hate working up against a deadline, and I especially hate when I fail to meet that deadline, like I did with this one. I was literally up until about almost 3 Christmas Eve, trying to get this finished, and then I finally just gave up because I still had a couple hours worth of work on it, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to finish it, so I gave up. I wrapped it and put it under the tree and just let her know that it wasn't finished, but I would finish it before the weekend was over. Let's see. Yeah, Odd. That's kind of how I feel. Odd says that sometimes if no one chat says hello, then I feel a little bit down. I kind of do the same thing. And Creative says sometimes when chat goes fast, it's easy to miss peeps. And you are both completely correct. Pippa says the only issues with saying hi to everyone is that that's all that happens in the live chat. This is also true. And and the other thing is, before now, most of the time I was on my phone. And I don't think that the phones tag like you can when you're on a computer. Mindy got 3 bookmarks that she wanted to do for Christmas presents. Did you just get them today? I hate that. Mystical always tries to say hi to people in her live because they took the time out of their day to join you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so just know, you guys, if I ever miss your comment, it's nothing like personal. I probably just missed it, and if you give me a few minutes, I might come back with it 5 minutes later. I'm not a scatterbrain, but the phone typing is not always the best situation, and my phone likes to autocorrect a lot, and so I've got to retype it 3 or 4 times. So, anywho, so yeah, that's the first big piece of news is we're going to have a new craft area. I have sourced some good lighting for the craft area. So hopefully the video quality and the lighting in the video will be a little bit more professional. You'll be able to see everything a little bit more. Mayhem's phone is in fact possessed. I'm pretty sure. I keep telling her to take it to her preacher and have him like say a prayer over it or something. but she won't listen to me. She says it's not the phone. Yeah. It's harder. Tia's at work and on our phone. I need a moment. I needed a moment away from the collision scene. Oh, is it bad, Tia? Was everybody all had a little too much fun yesterday? I'm sure you'll tell us all about it next week in your live. Yeah, the spelling mistakes. Well, I had one that kind of got me in trouble because I typed a word and I didn't know that word was an actual word and it meant something little saucy is what we'll call it. And I got a couple of private messages that said, "Hey, did you know what this word means? Here it is." And I was like, "Ooh, oopsies." So yeah, that was it. It kind of made me blush a little bit. Oh my goodness, Tia. Tia says there's too much Metal Crash Mania. Well, I know if they were anything like the drivers when I was coming up here on Christmas Eve, it was insane. I nearly got ran off the road. People are just like stupid. If you're that late, just be late. I mean, I get it, but if you're just stupid, go somewhere else and be stupid. My insurance rates are high enough. Thank you very much. What did I say? I actually don't remember. It was a word that started with an M, but I don't remember what the word was. So, but yeah, I kind of got myself in a little bit of. They were like that crazy heifer. She didn't know what that word meant. They did do it in very nicely and in good humor. Just exactly, Tia. Just be late. I don't remember what it was, dearly. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So, we did venture out. The Zoe and I, the teenager and I, ventured out today, and we went to Joann's, to Michael's, to Bath and Body Works. That was a mistake. To Big Lots. Um, I feel like we went somewhere else, but I can't remember where. So I was just kind of in the mood to kind of go out and see what it was about. And then I got a Bath and Body Works lotion, but I don't do well with florals, and it was lavender. And so I wanted to trade that in for a less potent scent. I can't talk today, guys. Yeah, I'm sticking to the story. Can't wait for the lives to start so the Christmas stories can be heard. Yeah, I'm sure the oof. We won't talk about it because I'm sure some people have very turbulent Christmases more than others. Anywho, so we went some places today. I did get a canvas. Canvases are half off at Joann's Fabrics, by the way. So I did find a canvas to wrap this around. I wanted to do a canvas wrap on this one. So I did find one that's pretty close to the size of this one, so I won't lose too much of the actual picture itself around the edges. And then I got the yarn for the upcoming crochet along that I'm going to do. So you're going to need 5 colors if you choose to participate. Can one of my mods take care of that? Thank you. So yeah, so we're going to do a crochet along in the new year since it's winter. I think some of more people might participate. So we're going to do that. And I got those colors today. And the kiddo was pretty cool because she got a new bedside table, like a end table, or nightstand, I guess is what they're called. And she knew what a Phillips head screwdriver was last night when she was putting it together. And we're standing in the yarn aisle in Joann's today, and I was like, okay, well, we're looking for jewel tone colors. I want to do a jewel tone. And she's like, what are those? So I had to explain to her what jewel tones were today. So yeah. But she knows how to use a screwdriver, and that's probably more important. Let's see. Mystical went to the mall. Oh, you were brave. You were very, very brave, Mystical. Tammy sent the Bath and Body to your junk email so she wouldn't go spend more money. Are you sick again, sister? Uh-oh. Tammy got sick a couple weeks ago, well, it's been longer than that now. It's been to fully get rid of it. Yeah, no, Mystical, that's the point. If it takes me more than 10 minutes to park, I'm going home. It didn't take that long today. You know, a lot of our shopping centers here, now instead of the mall where everything is kind of has its own kind of storefront. And, you know, they're kind of more shopping centers than they are mall areas. And so we went to freestanding stores today. The Michaels was deserted. The Joann's was even more deserted, which was fantastic. The busiest store was, in fact, the Bath and Body Works, which was almost standing room only. It was pretty bad, but I did get it changed over to a scent that was a little more mild that I can handle. It won't give me a headache. Let's see. 49 minutes. Tammy has a double ear infection and upper respiratory infection. Yeah. Stay in bed, do your thing, actually heal this time before you start going again. I know you don't do well with the resting, but you're never going to kick this, and you don't want to give it to the baby. Hey, Rachel, welcome. So this crochet along, do we want to talk about it? Everybody know what a crochet along is? I'm sure you do. Walk in and quickly return was needed. Exactly, Mystical. Like, I would, if it was just a return, I probably wouldn't even have done that. I'd have waited a couple more days if possible. Rajul wants to know about the crochet along. So basically, what a crochet along is, or at least the way I'm going to do mine, it is not a temperature blanket, Rachel. It is not. The way that I'm going to do mine is I'm going to post a video a week. So you'll have 1 week. We're going to do, I'm not exactly sure how many squares we'll do each week, but it'll probably only be 1 or 2 squares, which means this blanket is going to take us most of the winter to complete. When I've done these in the past, these patterns that I'm looking at, or this pattern that I'm looking at, it has taken me about 2 months to do it. But I wasn't doing it at a steady pace. So I would do, 3 or 4 squares and then I would stop for 2 weeks. So it's kind of one of those back and forth things. So we're looking at a month or 2 to get it finished. I will show you the stitch that we're going to use. It's super easy once you get the hang of it. It is a beginner friendly stitch. So anybody that wants to participate can. There will be a couple of different flips and different things like that we'll have to handle. But I feel like if I make a video and I walk you through it, you guys should be fine. And I have missed quite a bit while I was saying all that. So give me 2 ticks and I will come back around. Let's see. Tia hasn't crocheted since her father passed. She was working on a blanket for him. I put it away and never pulled it back out. I definitely have one exactly like that, Tia. They didn't pass, but I put it away, worked on some other things, and I still have yet to go back to it. Dearly would love to have proof that she crocheted something more than one row. You know what, Tia? I think it would be a very good idea. You wanted to do it and you felt like doing it. Allie got a hamster. I'm not showing hamsters, Allie. Anybody else get hamsters? Yes, Tammy, you should try crochet. I know you've tried it before. And oh, 2 ticks and you'll throw in a flea. Thanks, ma'am. Hey, Jennifer, welcome. I hope you had a good Christmas. Rachel's going to cheer us all on. Rachel's a very excellent cheerleader. Anyway, so that's what it's going to be. So at the moment, you are going to need 5 colors. I will show you basically, I'll introduce the patterns. I'll introduce the pattern that we're going to use. I'll teach you the stitch, and I'll tell you the supplies that you need. Okay, so that'll probably be the first video. Then after that, we will add, the squares. I'll have to sit down and figure out how many squares there are and figure out how big we need to make everything. I'm still working on the details, but I know what pattern I want, and I know I now have my colors to do it. So we're going to start after the first of the year. And I'm not sure exactly when. It will probably be like the second week in January is probably when we're going to start if we don't start before then. Like I said, I still have to sit down, map out how I think things are going to go. And that's going to depend on how soon we start and how frequent the posts are for each square. Is that fair? Pippa says she doesn't know if she can commit to joining a crochet along. It's okay, Pippa. Also, it's summer there, and I hate crocheting in the summer, so I completely understand if you cannot do it. This is just if people want to do it. Several people have asked me to do more crochet along videos or do more crochet videos on my channel. And so I feel like that is something that I'm going to attempt to do because I do love it. I do miss it. I was very burned out. And so I'm glad I took a break. But yeah, I'm ready to go back and try it again. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm really far behind. Ooh. What weight? It's going to be, I just use a size 4 yarn. And I just got the Red Heart acrylic. You can purchase whatever you would like to purchase. I just know the style of blanket that we're going to do and the stitch that we're going to use. Ones that are a little bit stiffer actually work better because they hold the shape a little bit better. And that will work in the end. I've made, I think, 4 of these blankets this way now. And I've always used the Red Heart. And the Red Heart will soften up the more that you use the blanket and the more that you wash it. So there are ways to make the cheap yarn soft. I chose jewel tone colors, but you can choose whatever colors that you would like. Mystical has a hamster and his name is Fizzle. And I won't say anything because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I repeat what? Dearly. Someone just jinxed her. No, Rachel, come back. Don't leave us. Do you need the supplies before the first video? No, you do not need the supplies before your first video. I will tell you in the first video what supplies that you'll need. I'll show you the pattern and we will go from there. Rajul, more than likely, it will probably be a size I crochet hook, which I believe is a 5 or a 525 millimeter crochet hook. That's my most often used one, and that's probably the one that I will stick to be completely honest. So Amber is going to see what she can do. No hamsters in Tassie, apparently, Pippa. You're a slow learner, though. I'll slowly follow your stitch. That's what it's all about. So the cool thing about it, guys, is you don't have to keep up with me and what I'm doing. If you fall behind, that's okay, because that video will go up and it will be there when you're ready for it to be to blah, 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 blah. When you're ready to get to that step, that video will be there for you. So although it's a lot of fun to be able to keep up and do it, and then you have a finished blanket at the same time I do, it's okay if you don't. So even when I did the interlocking color granny, when I was making baby Amelia's blanket for her, I kind of shared that process with you guys. And Crystal was way faster than I was. There were several people, and they actually were faster working on it than what I was doing. One, because they had more time, and two, because my shoulder was giving me quite a bit of problems back then. And honestly, it may give me some problems this go round, but at least if we're only doing a square or two a week, I can rest it in between and it won't get that repetitive motion soreness so bad, if that makes sense. Yes, absolutely, Amber. I will show everyone the stitch, how to do the stitch. There are other videos also here on YouTube for that stitch. So if you aren't able to understand exactly what I'm teaching, maybe another one will kind of help you out. That's how I learned. I learned to crochet from YouTube. So anybody that wants to join is welcome. If you just want to see what happens afterwards, you're also welcome to do that. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I bet Hank would eat that hamster really quickly. Regular red heart in any 5 colors you want. Got it. Yeah. So Odd, I'm going to make a suggestion. You might wait until you see the pattern before you choose your colors. But if you want to go get 5 colors of yarn, you can do that. That's not how I work. It doesn't make sense for me to just pick the colors before I pick a pattern. But that's completely up to you. When Amber first learned Granny Square, she stopped and played 100 times. Yeah, exactly. Not OCD regarding a hamster. Well, you kind of are. So actually what I got, Amber, is I just start with 1 skein of yarn. And then if I need more, I go back and get more. I don't worry so much about the dye lots. Nowadays, most of them are pretty close, and they're usually close enough that you can't tell that you have used a different dye lot. I've never had it be a problem in all of the blankets that I've made that you can actually tell I used 2 different skeins of yarn. That's, again, my personal opinion. I'm not very OCD about those kinds of things, so it is completely up to you. But I would say if you're going to have 2 skeins of anything, you're going to need 2 skeins of your neutral color. And I don't have my colors in here, but I chose Jewel Tones with a black as my neutral color. So you're going to need 4 colors and then a neutral. And when I say neutral, I mean gray, white, black, something along those lines. Brown, if you choose, autumny colors. Just FYI. Mindy's grandma taught her to crochet. Okay, so Odd does like to know what she's making before she picks her colors. Amber's going to grab 2 of each just in case. Catching bits of the info and don't want to scan back on the video. Yes, Pippa, I'm not announcing. I'm just announcing it right now. I will do a dedicated video so that you can get all of the info that you need, and then you can go back and watch it again if you need a reminder. Whoops. Okay, so yeah, so that's going to be the first big news announcement for January. I have Rajul does crochet and she loves doing it. I do love to do it. That was the only craft I did for about 5 years. And so I definitely burned out on it and needed a nice long break from it. But I'm kind of ready to get back into it. And it's winter. So yeah. Okay. So I'm hitting y'all with all kinds of information today. But yeah. So crochet along. I did go ahead and decide to do that. New craft area was the next announcement. And the third announcement I will announce here in a little while. I don't want to overwhelm you guys. So Amber's been crocheting since she was 11, but only just recently finished 5 blankets in the past 2 years. So I did 1 year. I made 7 blankets in a year. So if that tells you how much crocheting I used to do, I did finish, and a blanket usually takes about 2 months. Tia's going to head back into the thick of things. She's excited about the crochet along. See you guys later. Thank you, Tia. Don't let them make you crazy. Don't let them ruin your day. Thank you so much for coming, and I will talk to you soon. Rachel, hold on. Sorry, I needed a drink. I find that the wrist issues, I had those when I first started, and part of it was the way that I was crocheting and the motion that I was using, because like if this is my crochet hook, and I learned from YouTube, nobody told me I couldn't. So I do my crochet like this, and I was really rotating my wrist like this, and so it would constantly be sore down here. So if that's part of what you're doing, it could just be a repetitive motion strain on your muscles. Part of it could be that your muscles just aren't built up. It's just like anything, it hurts when you first start doing it. And then I actually changed the way I crocheted. And so I actually do more of a motion like this. I move my hook with my thumbs instead of moving it with my wrists now. And that has helped tremendously with the fatigue. It is nice. Okay, so let's go back again. So far behind. Yeah, bamboo hooks should help, Rachel, if you might want to try those. And you might try to see if you can retrain your hands on how to motion the motion that you're using. Rachel also got burned out, but she's finished 10 Afghans. Oh, Mindy, no problem. Dearly, the ergonomic hooks are really good. I do love the ergonomic hooks. Amber has the light up ones, plastic ones, and aluminum ones. Mine are the ergonomic hooks. They came from Walmart. They were about $3 a piece, and I absolutely love them. So Amber is going to add bamboo ones to her wish list. I tried a bamboo one and it just wasn't my jam. So, that was just not for me. Sugar cookies Mayhem is having sugar cookies for dinner. Good to know. I mean, it is just past Christmas, so I guess we'll let her get away with it. Amber's having a cereal bar for dinner. It's not quite dinner time here, is it? I don't know. What time is it? It is 4:16 here. So, no, we're not quite there yet. We had Chick-fil-A for lunch because we drove by it. Rachel has had nothing but cookies today. And Odd has her tulip hooks. See, I tried the tulip hooks and I didn't like those either. I guess I am picky about my hooks. Amber hasn't had any sweets this season. All good though. Well, that's really good restraint because I've had all the sweets. So I like sweets. Those are my weakness. Sister likes all the sour stuff. She likes sweets too, but she has always leaned more towards the sour, and I like the sweet stuff. Let's see. I will say this, you guys, the colors in diamond painting are amazing. I really, really like them. Does everyone who DPs cross stitch? Not everybody who DPs cross stitches. A lot of us do because they're very similar. So there's not really like much of a learning curve between the two. I had tried cross stitch before I started DPing. So this was summer before last, summer of 2018. I tried cross stitching. And I did finish, I think, a project and about halfway through another one. And then I discovered DP, and that was pretty much all that I did. Now, I did go back a few months ago before it was like a big thing. Rachel had started her beaded cross stitch. And I thought, you know what? You have all of that stuff in your drawer. You should go pull it out and give it another try, because it also just, when I tried it the first time, it didn't really click with me. And so I thought, you know what, go back, give it another try. And so I had actually pulled it out, and I had made several of the Nordic type snowflakes for Christmas gifts this year. And then I couldn't find any hoops to put them in to make them into Christmas ornaments. So I was pretty bummed about that. And you guys, I was at the store earlier. Guess what they had? Pretty sure they had like 17 of the hooks that I needed. And of course, Christmas is over now. So yeah. I think what I'll do is I'll probably just I'll go ahead and get the hooks and I'll put them away till next year, and then I'll give them out next year for Christmas presents. But I think, even though I'm a novice and I'm really intimidated by it, I know Rachel and I believe Pippa as well they're both doing the Letters from Hogwarts stitch along, which is a Harry Potter stitch along, and it's really intense and like big. And so I'm pretty intimidated by it, but I think I'm going to also participate, but I do have to get all of the supplies and everything, so I'm already way behind. The first pattern release for that is on New Year's Day, I believe, on the January 1st. So the framing and all of that kind of stuff is already out, and a lot of people have done all of that already. But I think that may be a year-long project. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of us were doing cross stitch first. Sweet and sour. Allie likes sweet and sour. I really like the beaded cross stitch as well. Mayhem. Rachel also got to Mayhem and made her buy one. Cross stitch is way more time consuming. That's why DP is more reasonable for me. Dearly apparently is very impatient. Oh, Tammy is having ribeye and potatoes because my brother-in-law is at home. It's huge, Rachel. I am like really kind of petrified to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Hey, Rebecca, welcome. Most of the YouTube I watch is DP and they cross stitch and crochet. Yeah, it's most of us like having multiple crafts. So then you don't get burned out on any one craft. I've always done multiple things. And so to me, that's not really a surprise. Hi, Charlie Berry. Welcome. Yeah, craftitis. That's a good way to put it, Rachel. Yeah, so I like doing lots of different things. I was actually, when we were in Michael's today, I actually bought a painting kit. It's a canvas. It's got some acrylic paints. It's not quite a paint by number, but it's very similar to that. But I really liked the little scene and they were on sale. And I thought, you know what, that would be something fun to try for my channel. Last year for my birthday, we got together here and we did the Paint with Bob Ross challenge. So basically, what you do for the Paint with Bob Ross challenge is you buy your canvas, you buy your paints and everything like that that you need, and then you put on a Bob Ross YouTube tutorial or YouTube video, and you paint whatever he's painting. And so we did that, and our pictures actually turned out pretty well. I mean, they weren't, didn't look like his by any means, but they actually turned out pretty well. So there's you an idea. Somebody can do the Bob Ross challenge on their channel. It was a lot of fun. So Pippa is doing the Stitch Your Own Adventure, which is the letter from Hogwarts on linen, and she's feeling blind. So I actually was thinking about doing that, Pippa. So no, that's not a good choice. I need to make better life choices. Mystical found an app game that you can cross stitch. So that's what she does on long car rides. That's really cool. No problem, dearly. Yeah, so Amber does a lot of different crafts. Hi, Jean. Welcome. No, it's not Jean. It's Janae, right? Yeah, Creative Mayhem, Happy Little Trees, and Happy Little Clouds. Fluffy Little Clouds, I think he also says that one. So yeah, so we did that, and it was actually a lot of fun. We drank wine and painted with Bob Ross. Okay, so it's Janae. I thought that was what you had said in a different live. I have a friend named Janae, and she spells it a little bit different than you do. Let's see, what did Pippa say? Pippa says it's tricky to see the stitches and threads beginning to get there now, but I think I have to do it during the day and without your glasses on. Okay. Dave would be amazing doing the Bob Ross challenge. So I think mine is a 28 count linen that I had purchased to try an even weave. Um, but as big as this project is, I think what I'm going to actually purchase is the Aida with the lines already on it that, you wash it and the lines wash out. I can't remember what it's called. But I was thinking he has a few shirts, a color book, and a keychain, but will gladly accept more. So Pippa is stitching on 32 Laguna from Misty. She had no Aida left. Oh my. So I can get that Bob Ross perm. I just have to go wash my hair and then let it air dry and then tease it a little bit. And I can rock the Bob Ross fro. So yeah, pretty sure. So maybe that's the new challenge for the DP community is the Bob Ross challenge. And everybody has to paint something with Bob Ross. Now, because I couldn't figure out if he used oils or acrylics, I now know it was acrylics. I accidentally got the oil paints. And so our pictures didn't blend exactly the way they were supposed to. And they took about 4 or 5 days to dry. So if you're going to do that challenge, most definitely do it with acrylic paints and get you some gesso or something that will keep your paint wet a little bit longer. Keep it from drying so fast, because if it dries too fast, you can't blend very well. And that kind of ruins things because he does a lot of blending. Just some creative tips. Hey, Mickey, welcome. See, Mystical, I am not. I'm very crafty, but I'm not a very good drawer. I am not a very good painter. I try and I enjoy it, but I'm just not that great at it. But you give me one and I can Bob Ross anything. So yeah. Okay. So we have some new people here. So I've already announced that we're getting a new craft area in the apartment, which is awesome. We're doing a crochet along starting the first of the year. If you want to join on that, I'll give out some more information later, or you can go back and watch some of the information I gave earlier in the video. And the third thing is about our January DP-a-thon. So I'm going to say this here, and then I'm also going to send an email out to all of the creators that have already signed up. I'm not taking any more signups at the moment, but I am going to let you guys choose a couple of different things, okay? So let me explain the situation first. So what I did is I had that form that everybody filled out. Most of you filled it out the last DP-a-thon. I like doing it that way so that everything is taken care of. People don't forget to go back and do it. If it's already available, they can just go ahead and do it then. And when I start giving out information, I will, then start chatting with those people that have already filled in the form. But the issue came that we had 34 people sign up for the form. And even at 1.5 hours, the times that we had, there were only 24 spots. So I was playing with the schedule the other day, and I have expanded the hours of the DP-a-thon. So here's where I'm going to let you guys decide. And I'm going to there's going to be a caveat on this, but you guys can tell me what you think, okay? Mickey, I put you on the list. So you're already on the list for this one, because you had said that you wanted to do that. So here's the thing, okay? I expanded the hours, I believe, from 6 a.m. Saturday morning to midnight on Sunday. That gives us 28 spots. If you guys want to expand it even further, I have no problem doing that. We can expand it into Friday. However, this is the caveat. The spots that we're going to fill first are going to be the overnight slots on Friday and on Saturday, because those are the ones I always have trouble finding people to fill. And if we can't fill those spots, I won't go into Friday. I know that sounds kind of, harsh, but those are the spots that we have trouble filling, especially starting about 2 a.m. to about 7 a.m. Nobody wants to do those spots. And so I always have trouble filling those. So the only way that I'll expand into Friday is if we fill the overnight slots first. The second thing that you also need to know is that the creators that signed up for that have over 1,000 subscribers, I have actually pulled you out of the rotation and put you on backup. Now, I did this because when we first came up with the idea of the DP-a-thon and we first instituted the DP-a-thon, the whole point of doing it was to promote smaller channels and to get to spend time together. So if you have over 1,000 subscribers, my cutoff was higher, but because I wasn't expecting the amount of people that have signed up to do this one, I pulled you guys out. If you guys want me to put you back in, I can happily do that. Again, we'll have to expand the hours some more, and we'll have to fill those overnight slots. So the dates are the 25th and 26th of January. We do need more international creators that are up at those times. That is true. I did, Pippa. I'd already thought about it. I knew I was already going to cap them. My original cap was actually 2,500 subscribers. But when I look at it, we have so many new creators now that are willing and ready to participate, that I don't want to, not have everybody that wants to participate. But if I stay with the goal of what the DP-a-thon originally was, it was for smaller channels. And so I decided to move that cap down to 1,000. Now, I have you guys on there, the ones over 1,000 subscribers, I have you as backup on there. If you want a spot, if you want to be guaranteed a spot and can do an overnight slot, I will absolutely put you in the rotation. You can have an overnight slot. If you are okay with being a backup, you get first choice when someone pulls out. You will be the first people I contact if somebody has been guaranteed a spot and then says, oh, well, something happened, I can't do it. You're going to be the first people I contact, and whoever gets back to me first basically is going to get that slot. The next thing I'm going to say is there are going to be some new rules implemented with the content. We need a little bit of content control, not a whole lot. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not going to be a dictator or anything. There's just going to be a few, and I won't even call them rules. We'll call them guidelines, just so that everybody is staying in the spirit of what the DP-a-thon is about. I'm just going to give you a couple guidelines, and I will do that privately with the creators that are signed up. Hi, Nana. Welcome. And some of them are really good, but just haven't had the showcase yet. Exactly, Pippa. Okay, no problem, Rachel. Thank you so much. Is there a list currently? There is a current schedule. I do have a schedule currently. It will probably go out sometime this weekend. I still need to make a few more tweaks. The other thing I'm going to say is this. I have had a couple of creators that are not very reliable. They always sign up and then they always pull out at the last minute. And this is going to be another one of those things where you guys, Pippa can attest to how much time and how much energy and all of that kind of stuff that you put in to planning these events. I don't know if you guys understand the amount of time and all of that kind of stuff that gets put into these events. For our own sanity, we have to set guidelines. It's not that we want to come across that way, that I don't want to be preachy. I don't want to tell you what to do on your channel because it's your channel. But if this is an event that I've organized, I have to set guidelines for things that I can handle if that makes sense. And so one of the things I'm going to say this time around, because I've been burned so many times, is that if you sign up and then you pull out more than twice, or well, more than once, if you do it twice, I will not guarantee you a spot on the next DP-a-thon. You will be on the wait list, because there are people that haven't gotten to participate that really, really want to participate and that will fulfill their obligations with no issues. And then there's people that sign up and then something in life comes up and they can't do it. And they pull out and they do it more than once. Like, it happens repeatedly. And to me, that's somebody that I just can't rely on. I'm not going to give you a spot if I know that I cannot rely on you to do what you've signed up to do. So I hope nobody's offended by that. I hope that came across in the way that I meant it to come across. I'm not upset with anybody, but that's just the reality of the situation. We have more creators. We have people that really, really do want to participate. They've never gotten the opportunity. And I want to be able to let them do that. So, yeah. I'm sorry, that probably wasn't very nice, but yeah, sorry guys. I tried to put that the nicest way I possibly could. Amber, it's really not any different than what you do with Dave, other than, like, I'm sitting in a room and I've been talking to myself for what, 2 hours now? Even though I'm talking to you guys, because you're not getting that feedback from somebody else. It's kind of interesting. If you already have a full schedule, you don't think it needs to be extended. On a personal note, her birthday is the 24th, so I can't be on YouTube till the 25th. No problem, odd but nice. The theme worked with Halloween, but the others were less structured. I don't actually have a theme for this one. If you guys want to come up with a theme, go for it. We could do Winter Wonderland. We could do all kinds of different things. We could have, I don't know, you guys come up with a theme. We could do a Disney theme if you want to. I mean, just do your thing. Give me some ideas. Guys, I try to be real easy and go with the flow. There are just some things that I've planned 4 of these now. And there are just some things that I've learned. Each time I learn and I try to grow and I try to bring you something different every time, so that it doesn't get routine and monotonous. I kind of feel like that's what you have to do with these events. And that's kind of the same thing about putting down some guidelines for everybody's sanity, but especially mine, because I don't want to get to the point where I don't want to do this anymore because it's just so much trouble. Does that make sense? Yeah, there kind of is, Pippa, but that will never be a public one. Amber, no, these are the DP-a-thon is all live streams. When you are so badly let down by someone, yes, you don't get on the nice list. Yeah, that it does happen. It's one of those things, you guys. Like I said, I apologize. I have angsted about telling you guys this and like the decisions that I've come up with, because I don't want anybody to get their feelings hurt or to feel like I'm, targeting somebody or anything like that. Like, please, just for my sanity, to make sure that I can do all of this. And this keeps, hi Dixie, I've seen you. I see you here, babe. It's sad that list exists in our community, but it is life. Exactly. Yeah. And you guys, I come up with, I can understand things come up. Everybody has a life outside of work. I get it. Like, guys, look at me. I serve on 2 different committees. I'm involved with all of these different things. And the last DP-a-thon, this is the way I feel about it, honestly. And I probably shouldn't say this. Am I going to say this? Yeah, I'm going to say this. When you make a commitment, I feel like you do your very best to follow through with that commitment, whether it's the DP-a-thon or something that you've committed to in life. That's the way I was raised. That is what I believe in. That is what I try to uphold to the best of my ability. I was at a funeral the day before the last DP-a-thon, and I still went on my scheduled live because I had made that commitment and it was too late to pull out and try to get somebody to cover for me. So I fulfilled my commitment. Did I want to? Not really. Was it the best live I've ever done? Absolutely not. But I have to fulfill my commitment. And I feel like as a leader, if I'm the person coordinating it, I absolutely have to lead by example. So yeah, just a little, sorry. This is a little too serious, isn't it? I need to calm down. I will let you guys know. Absolutely. Thank you so much for being understanding. Yeah, I just feel like a geek theme. Oh, that would be fun. Everybody can talk about their favorite fandom. I got to see the new Star Wars movie last night, you guys. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not gonna lie. No spoilers. Sorry, Mindy. I'm so sorry. Oh, you guys are so awesome. I am, I was talking with some of my friends and some of my confidants, and it's been a hell of a year, hasn't it? It hasn't all been bad, but it's definitely been a year. A lot has changed this year. There's been so much good. I got to hang out with you guys. It's been just over a year um that I started diamond painting. So it's been the first full year with everybody, all of the events. It's just been kind of crazy. But we were talking about it, and I was like, it's one of those things where there's been a lot of growth this year, and growth is exhausting. Just personal growth. I don't know about anybody else, but I find it absolutely exhausting. But I wouldn't trade it, if that makes sense. Let's see. Oh, Dixie, you missed a lot. Yeah. So, hey, Christy. Hi, Lizzie. I did see you come in. I'm sorry I didn't say hi before. I was up on my soapbox there. Um, Anywho, so yeah, you guys, I just feel like it's been a really great year, but a very long. It's been an emotionally trying year this year. I've struggled. I've said it in a couple of different live chats. I haven't most um approachable the last couple of weeks. This time of the year is normally kind of hard, but this year has really hit me a lot harder than normal. I needed to take some time. I needed to step back and just kind of rest and regroup. So, I know I kind of was a little bit abrupt in a few messages. That was not my intention. Um, and all of that kind of stuff. It's just been, I feel like everybody needs time sometimes. And I was pretty much at the point where I could not keep going at the pace I was going at. So I have taken a little break and I feel so much better for it. I'm so excited to be back. I am so excited to be here with you guys, to be on a live. I've missed this so much. And I think that was part of what was missing, was the interaction with you guys, because, you can send emails, but an email is an email. Doing a live, we get to talk, we hopefully get to laugh, we get to be a little bit serious if we need to be, all of that kind of stuff. So not going to get serious again, though. Uh-oh, I'm buffering. Okay. I'm buffering on my phone, so, but if I'm not buffering for you guys, that's great. I'm not getting any kind of message or anything. We should be good. Okay, there we go. Um, no problem. Have fun, Amber. Thank you so much for coming. You can see but can't hear you. Okay, guys, I'm not sure. Sorry. I am kind of far from the box. This is a new computer. We are still working on what the best settings are for that computer, all of that kind of stuff. So just let me know if, we have a problem. Sometimes just a refresh will help out. So maybe that's what I need to do on my phone is just refresh it. But if I do that, I can't see the chat. Oh, thank you so much, Amber. It was great to have you. I know I haven't gotten to get to know you very well. So that'll be something that we will do in the new year. Until Dave We All says hi. Give Hank some belly rubs for me if he'll let you. Okay, so we're good on everybody else's end. So yeah, you guys, there's going to be a lot coming in 2020. I feel like 2020 is going to be a good year. I really want it to be a good year. I think we need a good, right? I know a lot of us have had a very hard time this year where there's been a lot of challenges and struggles and things, but I feel like it's going to be a good year. Let's see here. Yeah, so okay, so you guys want to do, let's go back to DP-a-thon. I won't get mean again. So if we do, I don't want to call it a geek theme, but we could do a fandom theme. What do you guys think about that? Let me know your thoughts. How do we want to do that? Because we could have each creator pick their favorite fandom, but I know a lot of us have overlapping fandoms. Does everybody know what a fandom is? I keep using that word. Oh no, Mickey. No offense, Mickey. I hate Valentine's Day. It's not my thing. Yeah, no, I don't like that. A fandom, yes, a fan kingdom, basically. Fandom is the two words combined. And what it is it is basically where you are part of a group of people that love Harry Potter or that love Supernatural or that love whatever geek thing that you love. And they call them fandoms. Does that make sense? So you could have a fandom, like if you collect things or you like watching the movies. I mean, Mean Girls could technically be a fandom. Teen movies could be a fandom, if that makes sense. Yeah, a passion. You have a passion for a certain movie or book series. So like the original fandom was probably like people that loved Broadway. They loved musicals. So, they love everything about them. They sing, they know the music, they know the theories behind the different shows, all of that kind of stuff. So you think you probably know somebody like that, that just absolutely loves one thing. They know all about it. That's why we need a Valentine's Day DPF to get over it. Yeah, so like Doctor Who is in a fandom. but you wouldn't call yourself diehard. I used to be diehard. I'm kind of now. Yeah, so we could ask people. So like, yeah, like Dragon Riders of Pern. If you like anime, they have their fandoms. If you video game, you probably have some of them. I know if they're based on like anime or a TV show or something, have a fandom. It's just something, one thing that you are really passionate about, that you absolutely love everything about it. You can like discuss it in detail. Yeah, Pokemon, um, all of that kind of stuff. Does that make sense to anybody? Yeah, real diehards do cosplay. So what this is costume play. So they're the people that will dress up um and actually go out dressed as a character from that series or from that fandom, if that makes sense. For those of you that aren't on, that don't speak millennial or young adults. You don't have to become a fan of something. You don't have to participate. It was just an idea. So what we're trying to come up with is an idea of a theme that we can all participate in. So like we all did the Halloween theme. Even then, there were some people that didn't participate, and that's okay. It's completely up to you. I mean, like, my grandma was probably a Days of Our Lives in that fandom. She could tell you like who married who and whose kid was whose and all of that for like 30 years for Days of Our Lives and for As the World Turns, the soap operas, all of that kind of stuff. Uh, Tia could be fun. That could be a lot of fun to see what Tia comes up with. Yeah, I think so. Pippa. So y'all will have to help me come up with an idea though. But we can do all kinds of things. We could do I don't know what's happening in January. Is anything fun happening in January? Yeah, Mickey, there you go. Grey's Anatomy is in fact a fandom. Although I will say this, I preferred McSteamy over McDreamy. Yeah. Just saying. It was can't say that. This is not a stream for children, but I'm still not gonna say that. Yeah. So we'll just leave it at I was a McSteamy fan. Team McSteamy. President's Day, we could dress up as Trump. Let's not and say we didn't. Midwinter. See, this is what it's like to be the organizer for events like this because you're like, I don't know what the theme is. Let's hive mind it. Let's brainstorm. McDreamy, McSteamy, McHunkaburn, and yeah. So I used to watch Grey's Anatomy like religiously when it first came on. I would say the first probably 5 or 6 seasons. I was like a huge fan. I was there every single episode. If I missed one, it was like devastating. Because that was some of that was before like most of us had TiVo and you couldn't like record your shows. So Grey's Anatomy is a television show about doctors, Dixie. And it started back in the early 2000s, mid to early 2000s. And there is a doctor on there. And the main character that this whole thing revolves around, they start out as interns in a hospital. And one of the doctors that you meet, they have nicknamed him McDreamy. And this is, oh God, y'all, somebody give me the actor's name. I'm blanking here. Is it Patrick? Oh, how farts. Okay. Anyway, dang it. What is that actor's name? That's going to make me crazy. He was on ER as well. Anyhow, so this actor, they basically named this character, his nickname, they call him McDreamy. Then his best friend comes along, Patrick McDermott. Is that right? Basically, his best friend comes along, and he's just like, he's one of those guys that just kind of ooze sex appeal and pheromones and is just like, whew, real good looking. But he's not the kind of guy you want to marry. So McDreamy is the marrying kind. He's the guy you want to marry. And McSteamy is the guy you want to have fun with. Let's put it that way. So that is what we're talking about, is two characters from this TV show. Is everybody, if everybody's following. Yeah, I stopped watching when they killed off a lot of the characters as well. So yeah. Hello to Miss Cindy B. Hello, Rebecca. Did I miss somebody else? I don't think I missed anybody else. But yeah, so that's basically where the McDreamy and McSteamy come in. And I was really mad when they killed off George. I loved George. Patrick Dempsey. That's what it is. I had part of it right. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I don't even, what were we talking about? Yeah, I'm so far off track. Oh my goodness. McDreamy, McSteamy, Mc all the people. I think they called somebody McGrumpy, didn't they? At some point, Eric Dane was Mark Sloan McSteamy. Yes. He is, his mama did good. We'll just put it that way. We'll just put it that way. George was cute. Like, I loved George. George was a character in the first, I think, 2 or 3 seasons, first 2 seasons, something like that. They called him 007, and he was my favorite character on the show. And then, boom, he was gone. And I was really sad. Where is, sorry guys, I'm missing a, oh, I know where it's at. Yes, he was so innocent. You know, and I do feel like a lot of the storylines, of course, you know, are very dramatic and unrealistic. Let's put it that way. But I did enjoy the show. I have not gone back to it. I think it was about 5 or 6, season 5 or season 6. I have not seen it since then. Oh, good night, Rachel. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. He did. He was so head over heels for her. I don't know what everybody sees in her, but maybe that's just me. Yes, we are getting all hot and bothered over 2 guys, frankly. Neither one of which are Jason Momoa. We haven't talked about him today. Okay, so there's his shoulder done. So this is the tin soldier's shoulder here, and then you can see his straps that go across his chest there. I'm not making very good progress very quickly, but we are getting there. Some progress is in fact being made. And I do, this is a Diamond Art Club. I hate the plastic covers. So I have reused my opaque covers. That's the word. I'm sorry, guys. I'm starting to lose words. My opaque covers for this, and it has been much, much better. And I've cut them into just about Post-it note sized squares because I find that the easiest to work on. So how many of you also recover your pictures with something else? Some guy, not Jason Momoa. Let's see. Who is cuter than Jason Momoa? Everybody gets a vote. Okay, I've got one for you. So, cuter than Jason Momoa, I am going to nominate Sam Heughan, and he is the guy that plays Jamie on Outlander. So that is my vote for cuter than Jason Momoa. Did she really, Nana? I think I saw that on there. I was checking out her page the other day. So Rebecca's vote for cuter than Jason Momoa is Idris Elba. Ryan Reynolds is Christy's vote. Who else? Who else? I would also put forward Tom Hiddleston. I have a thing for British guys, if you didn't notice. Charlie Hunnam, can't remember how to say it. The Rock. Sam is cuter, but he's got the red hair. Yeah, but you know what? I can roll with that. Hugh Jackman, yes, Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman is one of those men that just gets better looking as he gets older. Anybody else? Colin Firth. Yes, I do like Colin Firth. Oh, Colin Firth as Darcy is my favorite. You know what, guys? That right there. Maybe instead of doing a fandom, we talk about our favorite books. Turn it into a book club. Book club DP-a-thon. Tom Ellis. Do I know who Tom Ellis is? I may have to Google that. Go ahead, Mickey. No problem. Let's see. Hold on. I missed it. Hold on. Wait. What are we voting on, dearly? Who's hotter than Jason Momoa? Henry Cavill. Yes, please. Yeah, he does. But you know what, Pippa? It makes him look, I think he just looks better. Oh, Nana, I can't wait to see it. Yes, Odd but Nice. Colin Firth was a great Darcy. Like, oh, so good. The iPad keyboard, I completely understand, Mickey. Book club DP-a-thon. Yeah, we're gonna need a fan soon. Spider-Man, just saw Tom Ellis in a lip sync. It was funny. Oh, yeah. Who is that lead actor in Lucifer? He's that jawline. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. The Rock has a cousin. His wrestling name is Roman Reigns. He looks he looks almost like Jason M. Okay. Um Lizzie? He plays in that one movie where he doesn't die. Very specific. Taylor Kinney. I know who that is. It's not coming to my head, but I know who that is. There's a dude in Sandington Hall that is pretty cute. He then went on to something else. Oh, Tom Ellis is the lead actor in Lucifer. Okay. I'm with you now. I got it. Thank you very much. Okay, so am I the only one? I can appreciate a little bit older of a gentleman. So, like, obviously, Hugh Jackman Well, not obviously, but Hugh Jackman has got a few years on me. Let's put it that way. But you know what? I can appreciate it. He's still hot. So, what older gentleman do you guys think is still hot? Like, who gets better looking? Alan Rickman, yes. You know what? Even as Snape in the movies, he was kind of hot. Snape's character was not hot, but even in the movies, maybe that's some baggage I need to go unpacked. Sam, oh yes, Sam Elliott does get better looking. Is he like? Does he age? Because I'm pretty sure it's not happening. See, Mayhem likes a nice, suave, older gentleman. I don't know if Mr. Mayhem is suave or not, but he might be. Is he suave, Mayhem? Bruce Willis. Okay, I can see it. I don't know that I agree, but I can see it. Liam Neeson. Yes. Liam Neeson does get hot. And that accent. I love it. Yeah, Sam Elliott is definitely on the list for sure. I also I don't really have a celebrity crush, but I do love Benedict Cumberbatch. Um, oh, that voice and those eyes, oof, and those cheekbones. Okay, yeah. Hubby is hot, apparently. Thank you very much for sharing, ma'am. Sherlock, yes, he did play the BBC's version of Sherlock. He is woo yes. And he like really comes across as actually a genuinely nice person as well, which I think makes actors way more likable. Best way to see actors in the naturals. I love the Graham Norton show. So for those of you that don't know, Graham Norton is British late night show host, but he only has the show once a week. But instead of like giving them alcohol in one of those mugs and like they all fake like they're not drinking, he just straight up gives them cocktails and then it gets real fun. You hear lots of really great stories. They're really, for the most part, kind of open up a little more, become a little more fun on Graham Norton. So you can YouTube if you have BBC America, it comes on BBC America. Um, but yeah, Graham Norton, he's pretty funny as well. I don't know what y'all are talking about cougars. I am young. Just saying. Yeah, it really does, Pippa. I completely agree. Yeah, lots of laughter, lots of stars. Some of the best stories I've ever heard are on there. Oh my goodness. He has them do crazy stuff sometimes. And then he has this segment called Stories from the Red Chair. And it's where he like puts the audience members in this chair and they tell this real life story. But if it's boring, he pulls this lever and the chair flips them backwards, which is a lot of fun. I've also heard some really good stories on that. Which Sherlock are we talking about? We're talking about BBC Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman, which is my favorite version. And oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, so who is the one that's the biggest fan? Or who's the fan of BBC Sherlock besides me? Was it Odd But Nice? or Mickey, was it Mickey Sunshine? Whichever one it is. This is what I got for Christmas yesterday. So if you are a fan of the BBC Sherlock, sorry about the glare, can't really do anything about it. That is Moriarty in his crown. Woo, yes. I was super excited about that. So for those of you that actually have seen the show, you know what that's about. And it is truly one of the creepiest. He plays one of the creepiest characters. The actor's name is Andrew Scott. And he plays one of the creepiest characters. Like, just he makes your skin crawl. And he's like really nice guy in person. But yeah, that's one of my favorite scenes. So in the movie, those of you that know the Sherlock Holmes series, basically what the BBC version is the adaptation of Sherlock Holmes into the modern day. You know, so it was set in the early tweens, 20 teens. So I think it was like 2010, 11, and all that kind of stuff. So most of you have heard of the villain Moriarty in the Sherlock Holmes series, right? Well, in the adaptation for BBC, he breaks in to the Tower of London where they keep the crown jewels and breaks in, and he literally sits on the throne with the jewels on his head. And the line is, "Honey, you should see me in a crown." Oh, it's so good. So that pop is the "Honey, you should see me in a crown" pop. And I absolutely love it. I squealed when I opened that yesterday. So yeah, I know that the other BBC Sherlock fans here will appreciate it. The rest of you are probably like, "You're ridiculous." But yes. Yes. No problem, Lizzie. Super excited about it. Not gonna lie. Okay. I missed all kinds of things. I know. Let's see here. Yeah, Chris Hemsworth is have you seen all four of them Hemsworth brothers? I don't know what their mama was doing, but dang girl, you need to tell the rest of us the secret. Yes, I think both Martin Freeman and Benedict Cumberbatch are very handsome. He picked up a hitchhiker with friends and then took the hiker to his place by chopper. That's so cute. So Odd but Nice, that's her favorite version too. He is the best villain, Cindy B. You're right. Like, he's so good at it. David Tennant is my heart. Like, he's my favorite Doctor. Always. I've never seen David Tennant in anything that I didn't like David Tennant in. Robert Downey Jr. I have an issue sometimes with Robert Downey Jr. And it's that a lot of his characters, and I realize that like some actors do this, but a lot of his characters, you can tell it's him playing the same person. Does that make sense? I mean, it's just kind of one of those things. That's one of those things that gets me sometimes. All right, let's see. Jude Law. Do love a good Jude Law is another one of them good looking men, you guys. Matt Smith. Okay. Guys, apparently we're geeking out today over different things. Okay. So does everybody here know what Doctor Who is? Yeah, the typecasting can be very repetitive. Exactly, Pippa. That is the best way to say that. I like Robert Downey Jr., but I like him when he does something unexpected. Like Doolittle. Have you guys seen the previews for the new Dr. Doolittle movie? Robert Downey Jr. is in it, and he's playing Dr. Doolittle. It actually looks really good. but it's not something that I would have expected him to do. So I'm interested to see how he does with it. Uh-oh. Hmm. Let's see. Yes, Matt Smith. So, okay. So this is what I was talking about. I have not seen David Tennant in Casanova in a very long time. I know I saw it um, quite a while ago, and I did like him in it. No Problem, Odd but Nice. Hugh Grant is very typecast, but I'm really looking forward to seeing him in The Gentleman. I have not seen that um, preview yet. Hold on. I'm very far behind. There we go. My phone is not keeping up. Let's see. I'm not being rude. Okay, so Doctor Who is a British television show, and it's about an alien from a race of aliens called Time Lords that can control time and space. And they can travel through time and space. And the Doctor does in his blue spaceship, which looks like a 60s police box from Britain, and it's called the TARDIS. Okay? That's the basic synopsis. Then what he does is he goes on adventures and he basically saves the world. He's a good guy. And he usually has at least one companion that travels with him, and they basically just go on these adventures together and they save worlds. It's made for children's, it's a children's television show. But a lot of adults like it as well. So one of the things about the Doctor is that he doesn't necessarily die. He regenerates, which I think is a really clever idea from the beginning of the show to basically explain why there were different actors. So instead of dying, he regenerates, which means he becomes somebody different. So his looks change, but he still has all of his memories and everything like that. Does that make sense? Yeah, time and relative dimensions in space. That's the TARDIS. Um, yeah, and it makes this noise, and because the brakes are on, and it's this whole thing. But that's the basic premise of the show. So because the Doctor can't die, but when he gets killed, he regenerates. We're on the 13th incarnation basically of the Doctor, and he was only supposed to do it 12 times, but then things happened. So without getting into too much detail, we're on the 13th Doctor, and the 13th Doctor is a woman. It had never been a woman before. There's a lot of controversy with fans about whether it ever should have been a woman. I personally don't really mind. I'm not really I've only seen like 2 episodes with her in it, so I haven't really formed my opinion. But going back to my original point of bringing all of this up in the first place is that I started watching Doctor Who. It started in the 60s in Britain, and it was on until the early 90s. And then it went off the air. Well, they revived the series in 2005. And Christopher Eccleston came back, and he was what we would call the 9th Doctor, the 9th incarnation of the Doctor. And so that's where I picked up, was at the incarnation. Now, Christopher Eccleston was only there for 1 season, and then he regenerated into David Tennant, who played the 10th Doctor. Is everybody following so far? For those that don't know, I hope that all made sense. So David Tennant, I think, was 5 or 6 seasons. He was absolutely my favorite. He's very quirky. Each Doctor kind of has their own personality because their looks change, their personality kind of changes. but deep down, they're all the same person. They have the same morals and all of that kind of stuff, right? Also, the Time Lords are really, really old. So I think in David Tennant's time, he was like he was like 900 and something years old. And then what happened was David Tennant wanted to leave the show. He felt it was time for him to do something different. And so in the storylines, his doctor regenerated, and Matt Smith, whom we know from other things, some of us, became the 11th Doctor. And it took me quite a while to like Matt Smith because I loved Tennant so much that it took me a while to kind of give Matt Smith's character a chance, but I did end up falling in love. And I will say this, I think Matt Smith got the best storylines in the entire rebooted series. Anybody else? Any of the other fans, I should say. So let's see. Okay, so bye Rebecca. Thank you so much for coming. If it's not on Netflix, Nana doesn't know it. Cindy likes Peter Capaldi's Doctor too. I liked Peter Capaldi as well. He was just kind of like the grumpy old man, which was very endearing. There is not a quiz later. You're good. Matt Smith took a while to grow on Pippa because he was a bit dafter than David. I agree with that. And they also gave David Tennant a love story with Rose, and the Easter eggs through each season, it really linked it together. They aren't doing that now. I so agree. The stories aren't as good. Like Matt Smith got all the best stories, and then they aren't as good anymore. Yes. Like you used to cry at least once a season. At least once a season. Like one of the most gut wrenching scenes that I've ever seen is when Rose has to leave. Oh my goodness. I cried so hard. I bawled like a baby. It was not cute. Pippa really liked RTD's writing, and I cannot remember who that is off the top of my head. Hold on. Pippa, remind me, please, because I know who you're talking about. Anyway, so for those of you that aren't fans, we've probably lost you. I apologize if you're like, what is this lady talking about? I don't care about this random British TV show that I can't watch anyway. Sorry. Richard T. Davis. Thank you. I knew who you were talking about. Yeah, I liked his writing a lot better than Gaddis and Moffat, which is interesting because they both wrote Sherlock, and I loved Sherlock. So yeah. Lizzie Bates, we're talking about Doctor Who. Yeah, so if you can watch it, I think it's on Netflix or Amazon right now. Usually it will flip back and forth. I think it's on Amazon at the moment. Um, but it'll go back and forth between platforms sometimes. You were sending pics to keep yourself occupied. I can't wait to check my text messages. Yay. So excited. Dearly says, Doctor Who, my son used to watch it, so I know some stuff, but I never got into it. Nana is completely lost. Okay, we'll change the subject. I apologize. I don't get to talk about my fandoms very often with people that watch them. So I did meet a lovely couple in line today. I found some Harry Potter wrapping paper while I was at the Michaels, and of course it was on for 70% off, so I had to buy it. So I got 3 rolls. Don't judge me. Anywho, I was in line and I was talking to this lovely couple in front of me, and we were talking about Doctor Who, actually, because I am wearing a Doctor Who t-shirt today. And so they saw my shirt, made a comment on it. And so we were kind of had the same conversation we just had. And I love when you meet people out in public, complete strangers, that you can have those kinds of conversations. You're talking about a television show, okay? But it's a conversation starter. You meet new people, you talk about things, you can relate to each other. I absolutely love it when you can talk to people like that. That's one of my favorite parts. I think Lizzie Vapes and Dearly Crafted, I live under a rock. And no, it's just one of those things. If you don't watch a lot of TV, you aren't going to know these things. And I know this is almost sacrilege, but I actually prefer British TV over American TV. It's much more my humor type. And I just think they're funnier and more entertaining, maybe because it's not about Americans that I see every day. Uh, but that's actually how I discovered some of these television shows. So, like, I started watching Doctor Who because a friend of mine recommended it. And then from Doctor Who, I found Sherlock. And then kind of just went down the rabbit hole. I've always loved Masterpiece Theater, and they show it on PBS, which is Public Broadcasting System for those of you that are not American. Um, yeah. So, and yeah, I know Cindy and I have talked about this before, as we both love British television, and we watch a lot of British television. I love Call the Midwife. I watch it. It also comes on PBS when the season is premiering, and yeah, that's just kind of my whole thing. So Pippa is more of a story than just jokes and one-liner put downs. I agree, Pippa. Yeah. And it's a lot of American TV is very kind of slapsticky, and it's just not very intellectually stimulating, if that makes sense. Like, I like my boring turn off your brain TV, but if I'm going to continue watching a series, it's going to have to be one that I'm like really interested in, that you kind of have to think about it, that you have to, kind of know things. I really enjoy history, so I like events, TV shows that talk about history. So The Crown is another one of my favorites. Um, I loved The Tudors. I loved, like I said, Call the Midwife. Outlanders, I like it. I think it's an HBO show. Let's just put it that way. We all know what there's a lot of. Uh, Elizabeth's daughter watches or loves Doctor Who and watches it on her iPad. She has no idea who Harry Potter is. Hi, Elizabeth. Welcome. I'm sure you've probably been lurking. Um, again, Harry Potter is obviously very British. I absolutely love it. So yeah, Dearly doesn't really watch regular TV. So I think it's one of those things. It is nice to live in a day and age where everyone can have access, or most people can have access to the things they enjoy. So if you don't like American TV, or if you don't like a show, sorry, there are plenty of other, and if any of you are Sherlock fans, yes, that is my ringtone, by the way. What was I saying? You guys know what I mean. So Mayhem likes American Pickers and Oak Island. Mickey rescinds so many shows and then binge watches them. Janae also loves Harry Potter. Oh, you record. I didn't think that made sense, but whatever. I didn't have my decoder glasses on. Give me a second. But yeah, so do I have any other information? No. There will be I will give you this one last piece of what's coming up. We lost 5 people all of a sudden. Sorry, guys. One last piece of what's happening is there will be a very big announcement in January. That's all I can tell you right now. Let's see. Cindy, they didn't keep them and many were live. What did I miss? When I was growing up, if you didn't see the original airing of the show, you might not ever get another chance. Exactly. Now you can you've got so many ways to do it, see it. You can buy it. If you didn't get to see the movie in theaters, it'll be out in like a month on DVD. I mean, it's just kind of insane. Something had to go, either Wi-Fi or DirecTV, and of course DirecTV. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But yeah, so there will be a very big announcement for an event. The event will take place later in the year, but the announcement will be in January. And so I really hope that everybody enjoys it. We will go from there. And that's going to happen on January the 4th, which is my birthday. I'm going to go live. It is a Saturday, so I don't know what time I'm going to go live yet, but it will be a live stream announcement on the 4th of January, barring sickness or anything like that. So put that on your calendars. I'm a tease. Of course I'm a tease. It is diamond painting related, yes. Yes, yes. No fair. Well, I just want y'all to be aware. You got to know that things are happening. So I'm just letting you know that something's going to happen on the 4th, besides me getting older. The 4th is also Wolfpack's birthday, so y'all make sure to leave her messages as well. Yeah, Wolfpack. No biggie. As my mom would say, no, I'm probably not spelling it right, but it means more for me. So more stories for all of us. I know this is probably going on a little late, but I'm saying that. I'm very confused. Oh, the comment of people leaving. Yeah. Oh well. Like I mean, I get it, you guys. Like I've done it before myself. If a chat goes in a direction I'm not really enjoying it, I will leave. I don't need to announce. So a lot of times I don't feel like I need to announce that I'm leaving. I'll just quietly step out and go do something else and then come back and see what the conversation is then. And that's okay. It is also dinner time for a lot of people. I'm in the central time zone, so it's a little early for us. But, the Eastern time zones are probably ready for dinner. And it is what's today? Thursday. It's a Thursday. A lot of people may be leaving work and heading home and all of that kind of stuff. So I don't get upset because the thing about it is nobody has to be here. I'm just a Texas girl that gets on here and then I talk at people and we have conversations. And I'm sure people think I'm stupid or my voice sounds bad or whatever. And that's completely their opinion. I come on here because I enjoy it and nobody's forcing anybody to be here. So, I appreciate the people that do come, that do engage, that come and have a good time. That's what I've wanted my channel to be about, is to come on, to laugh, to have fun, to share things that we have in common. And so, if we can do that, then that's all I want. That makes me happy if that makes you guys happy. Right? Their opinion and their loss. Exactly, Cindy. And that's the whole thing. I don't feel like everybody has to have the same opinion. it's not going to hurt my feelings if you disagree with me. Now, if you're rude about it, I might be rude back. Or I might ignore it. But everybody is allowed to have their own opinions. So, you know, that's just how I feel about it. Oh, I love you guys too. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Janae. But I mean, everybody has, people that they don't watch, that they don't engage with, and that's fine. There are people I don't watch, and it's just a matter of personal preference. I just don't feel like you have to be like mean about it. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying they're mean. This whole conversation is way off task. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Like, yeah, you guys know what I mean. Sorry, everyone. Thank you so much for keeping me company. Oh, thank you so much, Peepa. Peepa. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Pippa, for coming. Wow, guys. Sorry, Pippa. I'm so sorry. Thank you for joining us while you were at work. I hope it made it go a little bit faster. You are always welcome to geek out with me. I do love to have a nice conversation. Oh, my face is red now. Lizzie has cousins in Massachusetts. What is it? I'm not drinking tea. I'm drinking Coke. Well, Dr. Pepper Coke, whatever you want to call it. What's up? Yes, I am live. What's up? You're just going to come hang out? I talked about you. Everybody say hi to Zoe. Zoe, say hi to the people.
Hi.
Zoe just got up from her nap. Apparently, I wore out taking her shopping this morning. Oh, goodness. So, Dawn Marie is from Taunton. Yeah, you are. Oh, yeah. Odd is back. The dishes are done. All right. Welcome back, Odd But Nice. Zoe, everybody says hi. Dixie's new to Diamond Art. What is the DP-a-thon about? So I've talked about it a little bit before, Dixie. Basically, the DP-a-thon was created as a way for us to spend time together and get to know each other better. It is mainly focused on growing smaller channels by introducing them to the community and allowing people to discover new creators. And like I said, it's just a way for us to kind of hang out. And then we also, twice a year in March and in July, our DP-a-thons raise money for various charities. Last year, we raised nearly $1,000 doing the DP-a-thons for various charities. So I don't think that's too shabby at all. AFK means away from keyboard. And yeah, Odd But Nice is right. There are playlists. I know there's a playlist on my channel from one of the DP-a-thons, and I know that Fiona, Diamond in the Rough, she keeps a lot of the playlists on her channel. I think she's got the last two DP-a-thons in playlists on her channels, but basically it's just a continuous live stream from different creators. So you go from one channel to another channel for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and we just kind of do exactly what we're doing here. We just chit chat and talk to each other and get to know each other. And you can find new creators if you like it. Right, exactly, Nana. It's kind of like the Christmas premieres, but everybody was live at the time. Been there 3 times on vacation. Okay, they're having a side conversation over there. That's okay. So yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing. I think that we're going to see a lot in 2020. It kind of is odd. It's kind of not. It is. I kind of feel like the DP thing. La 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 la. Yep, I need to breathe. I kind of feel like the DP-a-thon is a lot of different things. But mostly it is a way to bring the community together to support each other. And I kind of feel like that's something that everybody needs from time to time. They need some support. They need some extra. No, y'all are fine. Do your conversation. I just wasn't sure what was happening. So again, I was going, I don't know what this conversation is. But yeah, so I feel like it represents a lot, but it was started just almost a year ago. The March one will be a year. And it was just an idea that Ginger had from GGDP, and Rachel and I organized that first one, and it is kind of just expanded from there. And we've just kind of kept it going, and I try to be new and inventive so that it doesn't get repetitive. You know, I try to keep new ideas coming in. So this time around, the schedule is going to be completely different. So for those of you that missed it the first time around, I have talked about this earlier in the video, and I will talk about it to the creators as well. But the schedule is going to be the lineup, I should say, of the way the creators are going to present. The order that they're going to do that in is going to be much different than anything that you've seen before. So we have a lot of our normal names are not there. And we have a lot of the ones that are going to be new. We do have quite a few newbies this time around. But with all the capabilities that we have now, we could do two creators could team up and do a multi-creator live if they wanted to in the time slots. You know, there's all kinds of things that we can do to keep it new and exciting. But I think most of us just enjoy going and hanging out with each other. That's what I enjoy about it. Yes, Helen, and welcome, Helen. I haven't seen your name either. You must be new on the channel. It is a lot of money. We have raised nearly $1,000, which is quite a bit of money, and I'm very proud to say, and that's just what we could count. So it's probably more than that because some of the donations went straight to the different people. And so we weren't able to track quite how much it was. But I know I raised, just for St. Jude, I raised $405 just for St. Jude this year. And that is through donations from you guys during the DP-a-thon. And that was from selling the stickers later on. Which is frankly is just amazing considering there aren't a whole lot of us in this community. But everybody that I know, and I still need that, shows up and really takes care of things. When we are giving back, I think we all know, you know, how blessed we are, and so we do our best to give back. Am I behind in my chat? Or is the video behind? I think some of us, I think we've got a few people who may be behind in the video. That's okay. I love watching the History Channel as well. Mystical. Odd but nice. Really, you just kind of have to do it. We all know I started It's All Mayhem's fault. And I will keep saying that until she understands that it's all her fault. That I have a channel. Mayhem. Mayhem, are you there? She must not be there. She may have popped out. All right, guys. I've been on for 2 hours and 20 minutes. I think we're probably fixing to get ready to eat dinner. There she is. But I'm going to give this about 10 more minutes, and then I'm going to let you guys go. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep working on this. I should be done with this probably tonight or tomorrow. I don't work as fast when I type or when I talk, not typing. Mystical loves Harry Potter. Yeah, I think Mystical, are you behind in the video, darling? That's okay. But yeah, so come up with, if we do the book club theme, I'll have to figure out how to do that. So if you have an idea of how to make a book club theme work for DPathon, where each creator talks about a book that they have read or a series that they love or would recommend or something like that, then let me know. I don't think it would work very well for us all to read the same book. But I think that's a really cool idea. We'll kind of go from that. We don't always have to have a theme, but that sounds kind of fun. And winter is a good time to read books, right? No, just me? Um, but yeah, so you guys let me know if you got any ideas for that. I'm always open to ideas. And we'll do that. Again, announcement in January. DPathon schedule for those creators this weekend. And then hopefully a new craft room. Well, don't read it. Get an audiobook, Mayhem. Try an audiobook. I love audiobooks. So when I don't actually have the actual time to read, like when you're diamond painting, instead of watching YouTube, which I don't want you to leave, but if nobody's live, you can listen to an audiobook while you diamond paint. So yeah. Favorite artists. We could do favorite artists. We could do all kinds of different things. So yeah, there's a lot coming up. 2020 is going to be another big year. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be lots of exciting things. And you guys will all just kind of go with it together and support each other while we're surviving 2020. All right. Good night, Mickey. Thank you so much. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune is on. I hope you enjoy your dinner. I'm going to head out and get some dinner myself because it is, the belly is starting to rumble a bit, and have a drink. Probably, yes, that kind of drink. And I suppose that I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you all so, so much for coming. I do hope you have a happy holiday. Stay safe out there because other people are crazy. Let's call it what it is. And until I see you next time, guys, remember to craft like someone left the barn door open. Bye, guys. Y'all have a great evening.